Example 5. Determine the validity of the argument. If it is Friday, then you have to work. It is not Friday, therefore you do not have to work. So we have two arguments. We have two statements. P, it is Friday. And Q, you have to work. And we have if P, then Q, not Q, sorry, not P, therefore, and there's no therefore there, but we know that it means to be there, so you do not have to work, so not Q. So if P, then Q, not P, therefore not Q. If we look at the standard arguments on the review sheet, this one is invalid. It's the fallacy of the converse. Sorry, fallacy of the inverse. So P, then Q, not P, therefore not Q, is invalid, fallacy of the inverse. Example 6 asks you to determine a logical conclusion to the statements. If we are late for class, then we interrupt the instructor. We don't interrupt the instructor, therefore. So we're going to look at those two arguments. If we are late for class, then we interrupt our instructor, and we don't interrupt the instructor. So we're going to have P be we are late for class. And Q, we interrupt the instructor. And our first statement will be if P, then Q. Our second statement is we don't interrupt the instructor. So negation Q. And now we want to come up with a valid argument. So if you go back to the standard argument list, we'll see that the law of contraposition starts exactly this way. I'm getting on the end, it won't write. Contraposition. There we go. Starts, P implies Q, therefore Q. And so its conclusion should be negation P. But we need to rewrite this in terms of our arguments that we started with. So in negation P is going to be our conclusion, which is, therefore, we are not late for class. So let's read it through. If we are late for class, then we interrupt the instructor. We don't interrupt the instructor, therefore we are not late for class.